Lincoln High School in Canterbury has ditched the head boy and head girl titles in support of non-genderised student leadership system. The school has already done away with male and female uniforms as part of its effort to remove gender labels and support gender-neutral students. Lincoln High School Principal Kathy Patterson joins me now. Thank you very much for joining us, Kathy. Why did you make this decision?
It came a long time ago with the uniform. It seemed like a natural thing when we did the consultation, and we opted to have tailored and fitted school uniforms instead of the traditional male and female. And that, as we've been working through the leadership groups over the years, we've gone from a head boy and a head girl to a head boy and a deputy head boy and a head girl and a deputy head girl. And as the years went by, we found that really there was a team of people that would be suited to be the student leaders, and it didn't necessarily need to be two boys and two girls, or whether their gender wasn't really in question. It was the skills they brought to the role.
So could you now end up with a situation where, for example, you had, if they were the best people for the job, 4 girls or 4 boys as the 4 prefects, I guess?
We could, yes. We had 3 girls last year and 1 boy, and it worked really well.
I mean, would that be an ideal situation, though? Because don't you want younger students to see older role models of their gender?
We have lots of ways of students seeing our role models in our senior students. So our school council has obviously a large group, over 20 students, and they see lots of leadership there. So I think it's really what the team brings to the table is important for our students to see, not the gender of the student that comes to the table. And
you're also introducing gender-neutral bathrooms. Will there still be girls, boys and gender-neutral, or will they all be gender-neutral?
Lincoln High School is about to begin a redevelopment program, so that we'll be working with architects and looking at what is the right thing for modern buildings in school settings, and just listening to the feedback and visiting other schools and seeing what works for them. So we're unfortunately in the very early stages of that redevelopment.
You've scrapped the deputy role as well. In society, whether we like it or not, and in our workplaces, it is hierarchical. Why would you get rid of something that perhaps teaches people how to work within those boundaries or within that system?
I found over the years working with students that they come with different strengths into a team, and it's I guess it's limiting to say that one is a deputy and the other is a head. So for us, it's a team of people that lead the student body, not a head and a deputy. So we liked the flattened structure.
We've had feedback from a parent of a student at your school this morning who says that he's actually going to write an email to the school. His concern is that the gender thing is being pushed so hard on our children. He says schools are there to teach our children, not preach to them about issues that are a personal choice. Will you take that letter into consideration, and are there others like it? Will you think about changing it if there's enough feedback?
I think Lincoln High School works really hard with its academic and sporting and cultural aspects, and I don't think the gender issue is a big one. We're certainly not pushing it down people's throats. It's just seemed like a natural next step for us as we looked at the students that were joining our student leadership teams. Our uniform is incredibly flexible and doesn't tie people to being in one gender or another. It just makes students feel comfortable in what they choose to wear.
I have to say it does make sense to me, but this parent is responding to Ryan's comments. I'll bring Ryan in now because they are comments that you made.
Yeah, Kathy, congratulations to you for taking this on as an issue and for doing it. But can you understand some parents saying that this is social engineering? You should stick to teaching my kids reading, writing and maths.
That's what we are doing. We're certainly very focused on our academic. We've been doing this with our student leadership team for 3 years or more now, so it's never ever been a topic of conversation like the last 24 hours have proven to be. So I'm just not sure It's
I guess what
the way
people,
we do things, the way that feels comfortable for us.
Totally. I guess what some parents, and they're emailing in the program in their droves at the moment, are saying is, you know, I've got a boy or a girl at the school. I would like for them to have the opportunity to be the head boy, to be known as the, you know, the top, in terms of a leadership role, the top boy in the school or the top girl in the school, which is not to say we can't have a top person at some point. You know, we could have a top person right now, but why take away one in order to, you know, give another?
I think we're just talking about labels. So the students are the same, whatever you label them. So for us, that calling them head students didn't define their gender, their sexuality, their anything. It just was a term that we felt really comfortable with. So we didn't go out and say, we're going to do this because of gender issues. It just felt like the right thing to do for us. And I mean, of course, we will listen to feedback that we get from our community.
Yeah, fair enough. It sounds like, I mean, if you are a young person who is battling with those types of issues, confronting your gender or your sexuality or whatever, probably Lincoln High School would, you know, you could do worse than being at Lincoln High School.
It sounds incredibly inclusive, and I'm sure there are lots of parents who also support the move that has been made there.